I wish I wasn't problematic. I'm semi-automatic. I'm trying not to panic, panic. I'm lighting bridges. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Problematic by BoyWithUke. So this song was suggested by this person on screen. And if you guys have any more song suggestions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. So this tutorial is just going to be based on his TikTok he's made, since at the moment it's only a minute long song. So the song title and also the song isn't fully official yet. But yeah, I'm just going to be running over the short part he plays in his TikTok. And before we get into this tutorial, if you do find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for future tutorials. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be learning the chords for this song. So I think he actually used a capo on the 3rd fret, but you actually don't need it. Instead, we're just going to be using bar chords instead, because most of you guys probably don't have a capo. So our first chord we're going to be learning is our E flat minor chord. So for this one, we're going to be barring the 6th fret with our index finger like that. And lastly, we're going to be adding our ring finger onto the 8th fret of the 1st string there, and playing all strings together. That gives us our E flat minor chord. For our next chord, we have our B flat minor. So once again, we've got another bar chord. So we're going to be moving down to our 4th fret and barring that with our index finger, just like that. Next, we're adding our middle finger onto the 5th fret of the 2nd string there. Next, our ring finger is going to be going on the 6th fret of the 1st string. And lastly, our pinky is going to be going also on the 6th fret on the 3rd string, so underneath that ring finger. And all together, that gives us a B flat minor. And one thing before we get into the next chord, you can actually just use your index finger on that bottom string on the 4th fret instead of barring it, like that. But I usually just keep it a bar chord because it's easier to slide to the next chord in the progression. So yeah, that's our B flat minor. So moving on, now we have our B. So our B, we're going to be back to the 6th fret like that and barring our index finger. Next, our middle finger is going on the 7th fret of the 3rd string there. And lastly, our ring finger is going to be going on the 8th fret of the 1st string, just like that. And all together, that's our B. For our next chord, we have our G flat. So this is actually not a bar chord, but it is a little bit tricky because we have to use all our fingers. So our index finger is going to be going on the 4th fret of the 4th string there, like that. And now here comes the tricky part. So now, our middle, ring, and pinky fingers are all going to be going on the 6th fret on the top 3 strings. So middle finger 1st string, ring finger 2nd, and pinky 3rd, like that. So all on the same fret, the 6th fret. And with our index finger as well, that gives us our G flat. And for our final chord in the list, we have our B flat. So for our B flat, we're going to be barring again, and now we're going to be barring on the 5th fret, like that. Next, our middle finger is going to be going on the 6th fret of the 3rd string there. And lastly, our ring finger is going to be going on the 7th fret of the 1st string there. And that's our B flat. And there are all the chords. So running through those chords one more time, we have our E flat minor, to our B flat minor, to our B, to our G flat, and lastly our B flat. And there are all the chords. Okay, so now I'm going to be jumping into the verse. So the chords of the verse are in the exact same order I taught them to you. So I did that on purpose, just makes it a little bit easier so we don't have to really learn the progression because we have to learn a separate one for the chorus. However, it is pretty similar. So yeah, that's our E flat minor, to our B flat minor, to our B, to our G flat, and our B flat, like that. So now we're going to be implementing the kind of plucking pattern that happens. So starting on an E flat minor, our plucking pattern is going to be plucking all 4 strings 4 times for each chord except the last 2, which I'll get to in a bit. So E flat minor, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So after we play that 4 times, we move to our B flat minor and we do the same thing. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we move to our B, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for our G flat and our B flat, our last 2 chords, we're only going to be playing that 2 times through for each chord. So our G flat, we're going 1, 2, to our B flat, 1, 2. So running through those chords all together now, we've got our E flat minor, so our B flat, our B, our G flat, and our B flat, like that. It is a little tricky because these aren't the easiest chords, so you're probably going to have a bit of buzzing like you've probably heard there. But yeah, it'll get better over time. Just keep practicing those bar chords. They can be a bit of a pain. So going through that a little bit quicker now, I'm going to be going just like that. And that's all for the verse. Okay, so now moving on to the chorus. So the chorus is actually pretty similar to the verse. So we're going to be using the exact same chords in the same chord progression. However, we're going to be starting on our B. So from our B, we're going to do the exact same chords we did for the verse. So for example, instead of the E flat minor, we're starting on our B. We're going to be moving to our G flat, to our B flat, then to our E flat minor, then our B flat minor. So you notice it's literally just the chords have shifted over because we're starting on that B instead. So really similar now. The plucking pattern is going to be the exact same as the verse. So we're going to be plucking each chord 4 times, again except for the last 2, which is 2 times 3 for each of those. So running through that, we're going to be starting on our B, 1, 2, 3, 4, to our G flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, to our B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, to our E flat minor, and this is the second to last chord, so we're only playing it 2 times, so 1, 2, and 2 times 3 for our final chord, which is our B flat minor, 1, 2, and that's it. So running through that again, we have our B chord, our G flat, our B flat, our E flat minor, and our B flat minor. Just like that. And yeah, that's all for the chorus as well. So again, you can go a bit quicker once you get used to the plucking pattern and also the chords. So we're going and repeats. And yeah, so on. But yeah, that's all there is to this tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did find it a little bit helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And once again, if you guys have any more song suggestions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.